evening everyone, Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream, glad you could make it today. So, some more Charade Maniacs today. Last time, our protagonist, while being confessed to by her childhood friend, which she wasn't paying attention to, got kidnapped by some kind of weird robot-looking guy. And woke up with 9 other people, including her childhood friend and several other people that she'd met that day, in a world that we're not entirely sure really exists, and may or may not be digital. Also, it's 100 years on in the future, in the real world anyway. And they've been told that they must perform to scripts, and if they fail, they get erased, which may or may not be actual death. So yeah, that's about where we are, I believe. Oh yeah, also they've been told that if they succeed and do well enough, they can have any wish they wish. Basically, that's where we are. Hello Nick, how you doing? Let's carry on. Oh, also, one of the 10 people in this group is the person actually running this. And if they figure out who it is, then they all get to go home. But they only get one shot. And I say one of the 10, I think we can assume that our protagonist is not that person. Unless they're being an incredibly unreliable narrator. Am I? I'm fine. Anyway. What is your wish? If I had a knife pushed against my neck while being asked that, how would I answer? Hello, Dreg. How you doing? Yeah, it would be a major twist if it was the protagonist, but I don't think that's the case. Obtain as much of everything that I want. Eat all the delicious foods I could ask for. Get back my lost family. No, even before that I would ask them to move the knife away. If only I could say that. I retracted the words I was about to say and tried to find my own wish. I tried counting my wishes on my fingers. I quickly realized that I barely had anything to wish for. Morning. When I woke up, I was in my room. Ah, nice drag. Successful set of bug fixing, huh? I hope you don't find any more. Rather, I wished I were in my room. Reality was harsh. It wasn't a dream. I squirmed a bit in bed as I climbed out and looked out the window. The town looked different in the morning sunlight than it did at night. However, something about it still felt fake as the second moon still floated in the sky. July 21st. Summer vacation, day 1. That's about the time of year that summer vacation starts here. For high schoolers. Somewhere around that date. I was supposed to go on a trip with everyone tomorrow. Can I make it back before then? Oh yeah, our protagonist was supposed to be going on a camping trip. I don't think she's going to be going on that camping trip, given that that her friends didn't actually gain names in the beginning. I doubt it. Hello?
すみません。茅ヶ崎ですが。
I opened the door to my room and remembered that he talked to me last night. Did something happen?
いえ、そういうわけではないんですが、そろそろ日も高くなってきたので、外を調べてみようかなと話していたんです。
That's true. In theory, we might not be experiencing time at the same speed as the real world. That's true. Anything could be happening.
なので、平気そうならリビングにいらっしゃいませんか?
Oh yeah, and we can't go beyond a certain distance of this place without also getting erased. Oh, did I oversleep?
昨日は夜遅かったし、気にする必要ありませんよ。ほとんどの人がまだ部屋にいます。
Oh, alright. I'll go to the living room too.
はい。支度が終わってからで結構ですよ。起きたばかりなんじゃないですか?
Huh? Do I have bedhead?
なんとなくぼんやりしているみたいだったので。でもただ疲れてるだけかな。ゆっくり来てください。じゃあ後で。
Shigasaki closed the door, and the room was filled with silence. Oh! I haven't taken a shower yet! Was he telling me to wash up? That probably isn't it. He's kind. But I should shower anyway. Hello, Watcher. Where's the bath?
当宿舎に入浴施設はありません。
No bath, huh? Well, that furthers my theory that this is not the real world. Huh? You're kidding, right? What about the shower?
ありません。入浴の必要がありますか?
Maybe that's why the person that we saw get erased was looking particularly grubby. There is! There's a big need to bathe!
では、少々お待ちください。
Is that steam coming from my body? I was engulfed in warm steam. Mysteriously, I felt the steam, but my clothes didn't feel wet. Just as mysteriously, I felt the same steam in my hair as well. It felt like it was blow-dried. It feels good, but...
疑似入浴処理を施しました。服もクリーニング処理をしています。
Pseudo? I don't want a pseudo bath, I want a real one!
入浴施設が必要でしたら、ポイントを貯めてリクエストしてください。疑似入浴処理はいつでも可能です。全身隅々まで清潔な状態になっておりますので、衛生面も問題ありません。
Huh? It does feel good and it's convenient, but something about it doesn't feel right.
プレ期間は終了しましたので、ポイントを貯めなければリクエストにお答えできません。
Man, you mean that if we'd asked for a bathroom before the preview period ended, we'd have one? Man, why did we have to go skip that 3-day preview period? You want a robot that can that can give pseudo baths to you, Drag? I mean, it is speedy. Alright, never mind then. I need to go to the living room. This is such a big lodging, but it doesn't have a bath. It's so weird.
Ohayo.
When I exited my room, I happened to come across Tomose, who was leaving his room at the same time. Tomose, good morning. Did Chigasaki call for you too?
ああ、いずれにせよ、外は調べないとと思っていたからな。
Right. He's acting how he usually does. I'm reminded of yesterday. I thought I had accepted it.
どうした？顔が赤くないか？
I can't help it. A lot happened yesterday.
キスのことなら一応謝っただろう。
Technically. Yeah, but technically...
謝ったのは不意をつく形になったからだ。次同じ内容のドラマがあっても、俺は同じことをするから覚えておいてくれ。
So, you'll kiss or do anything else as long as it's part of the script?
そうだ。
He said that so confidently that it made me feel nervous. Wait, isn't that strange?
そういうルールなんだし、構わないだろう。俺は別に相手がお前なら。
After saying that, Tomose went downstairs. If it's me? What's that supposed to mean? Does he mean that he can kiss me if it's an act, or is it that I feel so confused. And now isn't the time to be thinking about this? There were so many things to think about, but my mind kept going astray. I have to focus on what to do right now. I slapped my own cheeks to psych myself up and then took a deep breath before going into the living room. Good morning. Oh, are you and Tomase the only ones here? I thought everyone would be here, but the only ones in the living room were Akase and Tomase.
そう、俺らとあと茅ヶ崎さんだけだな。茅ヶ崎さんは今みんなを起こしに行ってくれてるけど。あ、俺がやれって言ったわけじゃないからな。もう昼になるし起こしてきますねって茅ヶ崎さんが率先して声掛けに行った。
Almost noon, huh? Well, I mean, we were up very late the previous night. I wouldn't think that.
そうか？本当なら年下の俺が行った方がいいんだろうなとは思ったんだけど。
誰かにお願いするより自分で動いた方が気楽なタッチなんです。気を使わせてすみません。
Chigasaki had come back to the living room, probably because he finished calling everyone.
それで他の連中はまだなんですか？
なんだか反応が鈍くてまだ寝てる人もいるみたいです。
じゃあ結局4人だけか。ま、これはこれで話しやすいけど10人もいると なかなか意見がまとまらないからな。裏切り者の話もしにくいし。
Four of us exchanged glances. Chigasaki looked a bit troubled, but Akase and Tomase had a serious aura about them.
その話は後にしませんか。現状を把握するのが先かなと。
そうっすね。じゃあ今いるメンツだけでも。
We all took a seat so we could start discussing things, but then... Hey, is this?
全員のバングルが鳴ってるな。表示はやっぱり異世界配信か。
Well, it's acting time. The familiar display showed something, and what was written there was... Stream status. Drama start in 3 minutes. Stream content. Eroded Triangle. Episode 1. Genre. Romance suspense drama. Cast. Sayaka. Hiyori Sana. Daiki. Yoichi Futami. Ren. Mei Dazai. Me again? I feel like we're going to get chosen for most of these things, given we might be the only girl here. Undetermined. Uncertain whether the purple-haired one is male or female.
Here ここにいるのは男性が大半ですから、どうしてもセナさんの出番が多くなるんでしょうね。
Ah! Apparently I am same brain with Shigasaki.
大変だな。またキスシーンだったりして。
Huh? Actually, did everyone see the drama yesterday?
そっか。出演してたからわかんないのか。バングルのディスプレイで見られるようになってたぜ。
Way.
その演技だと分かってますから、あまり気にせず。
てか、二人って付き合ってんじゃねえの？そうだと思ってたんだけど。
No, we're just childhood friends. I blurted out the words in a knee-jerk reaction. I gasped as I looked to my side. Tomase appeared obviously irritated and refused to look my way. Yeah, Tomase, she didn't hear you confess your love to her. She was too busy paying attention to the creepy robot that was sneaking up on you guys. Sorry. Then we heard the usual voice.
舞台へ移動いたします。
When I realized it, I was standing in a park. It was very green. It seemed ordinary. We were transported again.
なんで瞬間移動みたいな真似ができるんだろう。どういう原理だ。
Dazai, it sure is strange. It's like only the cast members are the ones being moved to the stage.
不思議というかなんというか、何の真似だよこれは。
Futami? What's with that outfit?
いや違うからな。23にもなって学校の制服着て喜んだりはしないからな。ここに着いた瞬間、この服になってたんだよ。はあ、なるほど。信じてないだろう。そんなことないですけど、恐ろしく似合いませんねそれ。お前な、俺にも学生時代はあったんだぞ一応。
Sort of. I wonder if the outfit changes together with the script. Oh, I think it looks good on you.
それはどうも。
Feeling that we had to, We then checked the script. Yeah, you're right, Drake. He could have dropped out, or possibly he was the sort of student who just didn't turn up to classes or something. Wait, is he the one who is at university now? Oh, I don't remember anymore. Who knows? There's no kiss scene here. That's sort of a relief. While confirming it, the same countdown started again. The drama starts with a scene of me crying. I can't stop crying all of a sudden. If they gave me the script earlier, I might have been able to put some emotion into it. Or maybe they don't care about getting into character. What emotion am I supposed to have while acting? I tried to get it right by appearing to cry hunched over. Then Dazai, who plays Ren, comes over to me.
大丈夫か、さやか。
The protagonist of this drama is the crybaby Sayaka. She's always crying, and her friend Ren comes over to help. Ren, I don't know why nothing ever goes right. I feel so much pain, but I don't know why. I respond to Dazai with those lines. I was simply reading what's on the script, so I doubt it's any good. I need to be a bit more robotic when I'm reading these lines. Huh. When my father died and when I was bullied in school, I tried not to cry in front of you. Sayaka tried to live her best life despite being bullied and other misfortunes. I tried to look ahead to the future and didn't try to become someone I'm not, but... Ren, if you go away too, then who can I cry on? Please don't go. Ren is about to leave Sayaka to go overseas. It's sad to be left behind.
俺だってお前と離れたくなんかない。泣き虫のお前を置いてなんかいけない。
Dazai holds my hand. That direction was in the script, but his warm hands made my ears feel hot. Ah, yep, there we go. You're right, Jack, just because there isn't a kiss scene doesn't mean there isn't something else to make her blush.
どんなに離れても必ず連絡するから。そしていつか必ず戻ってくるから。だからそれまでは。
While saying that, Dazai then takes out the communication device from his pocket. It's a miniature device that was popular a while ago. But that was then smashed on the ground.
それまではなくなって。またお前か、大輝。君の方こそまだいたのか。海外に行くんだろ。そうだけど、行く前にさやかと話したかったんだ。別にいいだろ。よくないね。いつまで彼女を縛るつもり？さやかを泣き虫にしてるのは君だろ。
And then he stepped on the device to break it. Those directions weren't actually in the script.
お前。昼の2時。そろそろ行かないと間に合わないんじゃないのか。さよならレン。また会う日まで。惜しんだりはしないけどね。さやか、俺はお前のことが好きだ。そのことを絶対に忘れるなよ。絶対に。
Ren then reluctantly leaves the scene. With just the two of them left, Sayaka and Daiki both turned to leave.
さやか、 逃げないで。僕は君を傷つけないよ。
But Ren told me not to speak to you.
それに従って一人で泣くの？泣き虫のさやか。
Daiki, played by Futami, then holds Sayaka's hand in place of Ren. Or that's what I thought. Futami? He embraces me from behind, so I called out his real name out of surprise.
大輝だろ。僕なら君を泣かせたりしない。僕が壊してあげる。
Huh? For some reason, that sent shivers down my spine.
君を傷つけるものを全部壊してあげるよ。もう泣かなくていい。君が笑顔になれるように。君を悲しませるすべてから君を守ってあげるからね、さやか。
That line by Futami marks the end of episode 1. Stream points 4, total stream points 9. Phew. Each session isn't very long, but it's so tense and tiring.
お疲れ。
Why are you laughing? Yeah, Drag. Protecting you from all the things that make you cry is not necessarily a good thing. Exactly.
いや、やらされてるのは分かってんだけど、二見さんが制服着て僕って言ってんのがおかしくって。
赤瀬さん、それは二見さんの前では言わない方が。
That was funny, but when I heard him say those lines, it was a bit scary.
やらされてる感はゼロだったな。演技はうまいし、セナのことアドリブで抱きしめるし。
Dazai came out from his room and joined in the conversation.
あれアドリブかよ。すげえな二見さん。
俺が何だって？
名演技だって話じゃないかな。
Following Futami, the others started to arrive, and all of us now gathered in the living room. I'm sure they all saw the drama.
普通の格好だ。名演技でしたね。
いい演技っすね。
肩が震えてんだよお前ら。
それより僕はドラマの仕組みが気になるね。二見くんの衣装や太宰くんの端末は自分で用意したものなのかな。
いえ、台本通りにポケットに手を入れたらあらかじめ入っていたんです。
俺の服も気がついたら変わってたんですよ。わざわざ着替えたりはしていません。
不思議だね。どうして人を自由に移動させたり服を変えたりできるんだろうな。
I mean, this is the sort of thing that makes me convinced that this is not the real world, and we are in fact data right now.
理屈で考えるとおかしなことしかありませんが。
君たちずいぶん難しく考えるんだね。
難しいというか、普通におかしいと思うよな。
これはエンターテインメントなんでしょ。彼らのルールがそうと決まってるなら理屈は通用しないでしょう。ゲームと同じ。
奴らを肯定してるように聞こえるが？
そんなつもりないよ。これは僕の個人的な意見。
There are other things to worry about. Last time it started on a weird episode 9. Why is it episode 1 this time?
そうだな。話数の区切りも気になるし、このキャストの集め方もおかしい。
集め方ですか？
男女比率が偏りすぎです。10人集めるなら普通は5対5にするでしょう。なんで女性を1人にしたのか気になります。
I see that you're convinced that we're the only girl. I'm still not entirely convinced of that, but it's probably true.
ああ、そのことですか。確かに女性キャストがもっといればセナさんの苦労も減りますね。
こんな男だらけの中に可愛い女の子一人ってのはかわいそうだよね。
Cute? It feels embarrassing when I'm told that straight on. I'm sure it's just a figure of speech for him.
女性一人ともまあ言い切れないけどな。
Futami says that in an ambiguous way, and everyone there realized what he meant. Everyone then turned to the same target. The target of the gaze understood the intent and just laughed jokingly.
確かに一人とは決まってないね。
Still refusing to confirm one way or another, Yuchi. That's fine.
じゃあやっぱりイオチさんは女の人なの？
そうとは言ってないよ。
そっか、難しいね。
なんかイオチさんはどう扱えばいいのか悩むよな。
おいバウンサー、ドラマについて詳しい仕様を教えてくれ。このままじゃ満足に演技できないだろう。
I mean, I think that's kind of the point, Nezai. I think the point is that we get thrown into this with no preparation. They don't want to make it easy for us to earn points or anything.
異世界配信の詳細についてお答えします。ご質問をどうぞ。
そうだ。セナ、気になったこと聞いてみたら。
Sure. Nezai urged me on, so I went to ask the Watcher. Why are there so few female cast members? How was the cast chosen? Does the other world stream pick people who spread rumors?
キャストの選び方は本来性別ごとにランダムで男性5名、女性5名で選ばれていました。しかし今回に限っては指名で選ばれています。
Okay, that's incredibly suspicious. It's normally even splits, but this one we were handpicked.
ですので今回のみ特例となります。またキャストの選定に本人の挙動は関係ありません。
Handpicked? By who?
プロデューサーです。
Yeah, by the producer who is one of us. Yep. But like, well, a lot of the people here are from the same school or are associated with said school. I'm not sure what the association is with the other people. Huh? The producer knows about us?
お答えできません。
Oh, come on. But from what I heard, it seems like talking about the Otherworld stream wasn't why I was chosen. Although this only applied to me, I felt a bit relieved.
じゃあ俺からも質問。ドラマの台本をあらかじめもらうことはできないのか。いつも突然すぎるから心の準備がしたい。
And you got sniped out of your bid at the last minute, did you know? Yeah, that happens.
台本を前もってお渡しすることはできません。
Yeah, I had a feeling we wouldn't get the script ahead of time.
まあそう言うだろうと思ってたが。もう一つ。どうしてこの間のドラマは9話から始まった。今回は1話だったの。
8話までを演じていたキャストが解散、あるいはデッドエンドになると、次の話から新しいキャストが割り当てられます。
Yep, we were picking up something that was left unfinished, huh?
そのドラマを途中まで演じていたキャストは全員死んだの。
You're picking up on that part of his name as well, are you, Nick? I don't know enough about authors to know in Japan to know if anyone else has a name that references one, so...
その場合がほとんどです。
Murmurs of concern could be heard around us. I was forced to continue on what dead people left off from.
しかしそれはおかしいだろう。演じる人間が途中で変わったら視聴者は誰がどの役か分からず混乱するぞ。
問題ありません。視聴者はキャストの細かな違いが分かりません。
I mean, yeah, because we did watch some of the previous dramas on the TV, right? And it was kind of fuzzy.
はあ？
男女の違い程度なら認識できるようです。しかし細かな違いは認識できませんので、実際の配信には字幕がついています。
ああ、字幕に確かに書いてあったね。役名とセリフ。
なぜわからないんだ。視聴者は普通の人間じゃないのか。
視聴者は異世界人です。
だからその異世界人って何なんだ。どこの誰のことなんだ。
Where are they from? Clearly the other world, but you're not listening.
異世界の住人です。
答えになってないだろう。無駄だな。
Hibana headed for the door after breaking the silence he held this whole time.
待てよエバナ、どこ行く気だ。
外を調べに行くだけだ。お前らは一生やってろよ、質問ごっこ。
あいつ憎まれ口叩かないと死ぬ病気なんじゃないか。
ま、ドラマの仕様を知るよりここから逃げ出す方法を考えたい。そういうことなんだな。理解を。
そうですね。僕も外を調べに行きたいと思ってました。
じゃあこの辺で切り上げて外の調査に移ることにしようか。質問を続けたい人がいるのならもちろん残ってもいいけれど。
No one volunteered. Playing detective, as Hibana said, stopped for the time being. Since most people went outside to look around, I also left the lodging. The temperature is cool today. It doesn't feel humid at all. The weather was nice outside and it gave me the illusion that I could just walk back home. Although I knew that would be impossible, I couldn't help but squint and look out into the distance. I don't see any people, but it looks like a regular town. I did hear about it from Akase, but I decided to look around based on what he said. I wanted to go with Tomase, but it just felt kind of awkward to do so. I turn around and see the Watcher floating behind me. I can contact him with my bangle if I had to. Besides...
ルールさえ守っていただければ、皆さんを害するつもりはございません。怪我や病気、事故などからお守りするためのバングルです。ですので、外さないようお願いしております。
If what the director says is true, we shouldn't have to worry about it. I still don't completely trust in it, but a part of me wants to believe. I think there's supposed to be a library and park around here. Ooh, choices! We have choices! First choice of the game, right? Go to the library, go to the park, return to the lodging, or go somewhere else. Well, I mean, I am me. Although parks are also good. I think the library is what I want to go with. Library. Look at it. It's so big. That's 3 floors of books. Thought I might find someone if I went to the library. But the library was deserted, and all there was were lined bookshelves. It might not be a normal library. It doesn't seem like it's closed. I looked at the reception desk and there were pens, memos, and tape, along with displays lined up. Doesn't seem like it's been used. Into the stacks. I headed to the bookshelves next. There were many paper-printed books. It's not electronic? There was a pen and paper earlier too. It's rare. I took a book and opened it, and I saw an electronic paper display with words lining it. Electronic paper display. A clock-like display that was popularized around the year 2100. It can be bent. It was often used for books. So they're made to look like old books, but they're actually like ebooks. Got it. Oh! It's not a projector display. I've never seen this before. I got the sensation that I was reading on paper, which was interesting in itself. But considering that it's in the shape of a book, I felt that it would take a lot of space as I went around looking at the titles. The 22nd Century Earth and Us, Tales of the Bamboo Cutter, Geology and Biology, Best VR Games, The Happy Prince. That's exactly what I just thought. This isn't a very well sorted library. Dazai, you surprised me.
悪い。俺も今さっきお前が来たことに気がついてた。
You came here too. It's rare to see these in a library. It's all electronic paper displays.
一昔前の設備だよな。にしても、もっとちゃんと並べられていれば調べ物もしやすいのに。
Right. Hey, do you think that the producer is the one that prepared this library?
なんでそう思う？
There's no one here, and the lodging was prepared by the Otherworld stream. I thought maybe the whole town is that way.
ドラマをやらせるために街を用意するなんて異常としか言いようがないが、ここに来た時から異常なことしか起こってないし、不思議な話じゃないな。
Yeah, but I'm surprised. There are so many books here, so I thought that maybe the producer likes books. Oh, I want to check out this cookbook. What?
お前さ、意外と順応早いよな。
Huh? Is that bad?
いや、褒めてるよ。図書館のデータとバングルはリンクしてるみたいだから、ここをいじれば後で読める。
As I controlled my bangle and searched for the title of the book in front of me, an app started up, and I could then read books through the bangle. You're right. Maybe I'll read it in my room later.
タイトルの横に外部閲覧不可って書いてある本じゃなければバングルで読めるんだと思う。
You know an awful lot about this place. I looked at the books as he told me to, and I noticed that some books said, cannot be viewed externally. I nod as I look around the bookshelves again. It seems about half and half. Oh, but I didn't come here just to read.
だよな。人もいないし、特段目についたものもないから、俺は他のところを調べに行くよ。
Yeah, me too.
じゃあ、また後で。
I watched as I walk away. Now I wonder what I'll do next. Alright, so this is the sort of set of choices where we get to do all of them. Understood. Well, let's go to the park next then. Ooh, ice cream. This is the same park in the drama. Yeah, except it didn't have the ice cream track there. And we were transported here for that drama then? Oh!
セナさん。セナさんも公園に来てたんですね。
Yes, I thought that maybe someone would be here.
そうなんですか。僕はもう別の場所を調べようかと。それでは失礼します。
Before I could respond to him, Chigasaki was already gone. Was he in a hurry? I just turned my attention to the park, and then immediately found a silhouette. There's someone there! There were people talking on the bench. I see someone standing next to a food truck, and also people walking lazily. I feel like being unable to see a single person is all an illusion. I ran over to the food truck and spoke to the person that looked like an employee. Oh, this is shaped like a car, but it just looks like that. I think it's an ice cream shop. Yeah, the front of it looks a little not actually like a van. The employee smiled at me while waiting for me to talk. I had so many things to ask, but I didn't know where to start. I decided to start with something simple. What are you selling here?
こんにちは。アイスをどうぞ。
Oh, so it is ice cream. But I'm sorry. I don't have any money right now.
お金は必要ありませんよ。どうぞ。
Free ice cream. Suspicious. He practically forced that ice cream cone in my hand. You don't want any money?
はい。それはキャストさんたち用のアイスですから。
I guess that is just one scoop of vanilla. One scoop of vanilla in a waffle cone. Where's my flake? What's a flake in my ice cream? The cast? I expressed suspicion, but the employee didn't respond. They just continued to face me with a smile. Although it was off-putting, I asked what I wanted to find out. Where is this place?
ここは異世界ですよ。
Where is Arcadia? Is it still in Japan? Excuse me?
こんにちは。アイスをどうぞ。
Oh no! Well, that's an NPC. No, I'm fine. Thank you for the ice cream. I quietly moved away from there. I looked back and that person was still smiling. This is weird. It's like an AI that can only say preset things. Then I remembered about the ice cream I received. What do I do with this? Now that I think about it, I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I might be a little hungry. I cautiously took a bite, and the cold chunk melted in my mouth and I tasted a sweet flavour. It's delicious. I couldn't think that it was something bad, so I ate the whole thing. Yeah, I feel like you should have been a little more suspicious about free ice cream. If Tomase saw me do this, he'd probably get mad at me again. And rightly so, girl! I looked around at the now populated park. What could I do from there? Alright, the Bengal will protect us. Yeah. Return to the lodging is something I would want to do last, although apparently end the exploration is a thing that we can do last, so... But elsewhere. What is elsewhere? I walked around aimlessly, but there are lots of stores here. I did see a school-like building on the way. If I turn this corner, there's what appears to be a grove. Was it a park? Where do I look next? Ooh, right. I see we have more options. Let's go look at the shops. There are lots of stores here. It's clean, but there are no customers. I think I can go inside. What should I do? As I looked around, I noticed a side path off from the street. It looks a bit creepy. I shouldn't go there. I looked back at the street and heard someone running.
Oi, Sena!
I turned around to see Akase. He looked frantic, causing me to be surprised. What's the matter, Akase?
お前も外を調べに出てきたのか？一人で。
Was I not supposed to?
一人じゃ危ないだろう。その、女の子だし。
He seemed to be worried about me. I could tell that from his expression. Thank you so much for being worried about me. Then, what about Iochi?
そう言われると確かにな。ほんと、あの人はどっち扱いすればいいか迷うよな。
Akase shrugged with a wry smile to show that he didn't know what to do. I just thought there wouldn't be any danger from what the director said.
従っていれば危害は加えないだろうけど、万が一ってこともあるだろう。俺と一緒に調べるか？
Together? I thought about it. I was thankful for Akase worrying about me. But if Tomase saw me with Akase, who knows how he would react to it? He might sulk and ask why I didn't go with him. Considering that, I felt bad about it, so I couldn't bring myself to accept Akase's suggestion. I'm fine, thank you. If something happens, I'll be sure to call you.
そうか？じゃあ、何かあったらちゃんと連絡しろよ。飛んでいくから。
Akase smiled, showing his confidence in his speed. Tomase sounds more like an older brother than a childhood friend. Yeah, and he's a year younger than us. While still giving off those vibes. Honestly thought that he really would come running to my aid. Yes, thank you very much.
よし、いい返事だ。じゃあ、気をつけてな。
Akase flashed his smile again before going in the opposite direction. He happened to see me, so he came chasing after me? I thought about how dependable he was as I continued to explore. I tried to be more alert than I was previously. Okay, let's go look at the school. This place really is a school, and it resembles my high school. I wonder if it was this school that was used for the last drama. I don't know if it's because it's summer vacation, but there's no one here, and I should go elsewhere. I went to change directions and then saw an unfamiliar building near the school. Buildings around us are different from my school. I've never seen anything like it before. Well, that's a warehouse. An abandoned-looking warehouse. Excuse me. I peek inside and see the inside looked like a storage facility. It was dark, and the sound of opening the door echoed. I tried to let my eyes get used to the dark, and then I saw a big door deeper inside. Storage could go further in. There isn't anything else, so I should go. Should you, though? Oh, go as in leave. Okay, that's fine. I was like, surely you are not going further into that warehouse. Right, the other park. Wow, this park is pretty. Yeah, it's a lot prettier than the other one. Being here does make it feel like I'm in some kind of utopia. I walked around in the comforting scenery, and I noticed someone walking near the trees. Is that Haiji? What's he doing? He's just standing there looking at the trees. Haiji, what are you looking at?
セナさん？なんか慣れないよ。
You can call me whatever you like.
そう？じゃあ、そうさせてもらうね。
Yeah. We're talking like we're friends, but I forgot to ask about his age. I assume he's about my age. I was thinking of that, but then Haiji found some falling leaves and kept chasing after them with his eyes. Hi, whatever you like. Oh dear. Oh dear, Drag. Were you looking at the leaves?
そうだけど、おかしい？
It's not that. But I thought you were investigating what's out here.
みんなそう言ってたけど、何を調べたらいいのかなって。
Like, what buildings are where, or what kind of people are here? I want to know where we are.
そっか。じゃあ、調べてくるね。
Yeah. Take care. Haiji seemed to be convinced at that, so he immediately walked off. He seems so mysterious. Back to the lodging. Oh, Gyobu.
バレた？
When I returned to the lodging, Gyobu was already there. There's no one else. I found you? You didn't go outside?
僕はいいかなって。外を調べるのってそんなに意味ある？
Maybe we could find a way out and call for help.
無理だと思うけどな。
Do you have a reason for thinking that?
生活区域外に出たら警告が出るって言ってたじゃん。僕まだ死にたくないし。
Well, yeah, but...
実際君もここに戻ってきたよね。どう？一緒にゲームしない？
I'm going outside again. I heard that cry of dissatisfaction from Gyobu as I went back outside. What do I do from here? Well, come back inside, that's what we do. The sun started to set after we explored outside for a bit, so we decided it was a good time to come back.
腹減った。
Kase mumbled that as he was hunched over the table. Everyone was in agreement to that, and was either drinking something or going through the kitchen.
考えてみれば昨日から何も食べてないね。逆にここまでよく持ったと思うよ。
キッチンに食材あるんだっけ？インスタントもあるって言ってたか？
まさか食べるんですか？
Thomas.
しょうがねえだろ、飢え死にしたくねえし。それにディレクターが用意したものなら毒は入ってないはずだろう、多分。
Probably.
食事ね。それも大事ではあるんだけど、ちょっと待ってくれないかな。満腹になって頭が鈍る前に情報を共有しておきたい。一人足りないけどね。
Yoichi fiddled with the bangle. Yeah, no. Yoichi fiddled with the bangle. And then everyone received a message to open the attached file. Yeah, why is everyone still worried about poison? Good question. I mean, I'm not so sure it's everyone. It's more like primarily just Thomas.
簡単な地図を作ったんだ。空白のところはみんなの情報で埋めていきたいと思うんだけれど。
Ooh, a map.
区域外として警告が出た地域はどうしますか？
それも教えてほしい。どの地点で警告が出たかをね。
Yoichi put together everyone's information and completed the area map. There were still blanks, but it was a good baseline.
これではっきりしたね。この宿舎を中心に半径約1キロの範囲がディレクターの言う生活区域らしい。
1 kilometer radius. 1 kilometer? Can we see the map? Yes! Reading my mind, Berdrag. I want to see the map.
それなりに施設もあるし、少ないながら人もいる。けれど、どうやら彼らは。
1 kilometer isn't very far at all.
「異世界人ですね。日本語は通じているけど話が完全に通じているわけじゃない。
確かに会話がちゃんと成立しなかったな。
建物自体は日本製のようでした。でもどこにも住所は書いてなかった。
The people living here all called it the other world too.
異世界ね。
少なくとも区域外に出ることは不可能そうですね。警告を無視すればキャスト失格。命の保証はないという言い方でしたし。
じゃあやっぱりディレクターの言う通りにするしかないってこと？
まあそうなるだろうな。不本意だが。
The living room was engulfed in silence. The atmosphere felt heavier the longer nobody said anything. I then heard someone sigh. We can't go home. I don't think we're being rescued either. Considering that, it's only natural that we would all feel down. I remember this scene from somewhere. We were sitting around the living room table. Oh, I know! It's when we said goodbye to Kyo. My younger sisters and brothers all fell down. Unable to stand that atmosphere, I tried my best to act happy. During times like this, I'm always the one to cheer everyone up. I just have to do the same again. Is that it for the sharing of the information we gathered?
そうだね。みんなが特になければ以上かな。
Then how about we eat? Staying hungry will just make us more depressed. If we're tired, we won't come up with any good ideas. If it's simple, I can make something. Although that's assuming there are ingredients.
マジで？
セナさん、お料理できるんですね。
How useless are the rest of you? Some of you are old enough that you should definitely know how to cook for yourselves. I have younger siblings, so I would always make something if they cried about being hungry. But I can't cook anything too complicated.
それでも助かるな。
Yoichi, you're a full-fledged adult. Don't tell me you can't cook.
俺も手伝うよ。この人数の量を作るのは大変だろう。
Oh good, not everyone's completely useless.
ご飯って何作るの？
Everyone's expressions returned to normal. They even seemed happier than earlier.
ここの食材は食べても大丈夫なのか？
僕はインスタントでもいいけど。
ちょっと黙ってろお前ら。
そうだぞ。いらないなら食うな。
I announced that I would check out the kitchen, so I stood up from my seat. That was when the missing person, Ebana, returned. Everyone turned to him. He looked as irritated as always as he ignored us to go to his room. Hold on, Ebana! We were talking about eating together now.
飯？
Yeah. Ebana, I'm sure you're hungry.
この中にプロデューサーがいるのに一緒に食えるか？
Alright, fine. Go eat on your lonesome then. That statement caused us to freeze up. I had tried not to think about it. But if the director was truthful, then the traitor was among us.
お前はまたそういう。
事実だろ。プロデューサーがいると分かっていて一緒に行動する方がどうかしてる。
Yeah, but dude, the producer is clearly not going to harm us. Not unless we step out of line.
それじゃまるで自分だけは違うって口ぶりだな。
自分以外に誰を信じられる？俺は周りは全員敵だと思ってる。
極論だな。
ほっとけ。俺は部屋で食う。
Considering the previous examples, I was sure the Watcher would provide food if we made the request. That's why Abana's decision wasn't wrong. Yeah, I don't think the producer has any specific power here, right? I mean, they've got to blend in, so... I became painfully aware how difficult it was to trust another person. Then, I guess it can't be helped. Is everyone okay with curry?
カレーの材料ならあった気がするな。じゃがいも、人参、玉ねぎに豚肉、カレーの固形ルーまでは確認したよ。
There are more ingredients than I thought. Then let's use that to...
いや、足りないだろ、食材。
Eh? I thought Abana had gone to his room, but he had turned back to interject. Huh?
スパイスから作れとは言わないが、セロリは、ニンニクは、生姜は、バターやローリエは使わない気か？
There's nothing wrong with using curry roux for the curry. But he's right. Garlic. If there's anything I've learned lately cooking-wise, it's that garlic... very good.
しかも腹が減って今すぐ食べたいのにカレーはないだろ。もっと手早く作れるものを選べ。
I mean, it does take a while to make curry, but it's not that long. It's like about I want to say 45 minutes to an hour, probably. Cook the meat, boil the vegetables, add the curry roux, let it cook for a while. It's not really too complicated. Ebana, are you good at cooking?
得意かどうかじゃない。作るか作らないかだろ。
No, there are definitely different levels of goodness at cooking.
なんかキャラ変わってない？大丈夫？
うるさい。半端なカレーを作るなんてカレーへの冒涜だ。カレーは明日、今日は中華だ。
And cooking Chinese takes that much less time than curry does, dude. I mean, it's a little bit shorter. What food is there you can make in about 5 minutes other than like pre-made and instant stuff? Yeah, anything that's gonna go under about half an hour is going to require at least some instant stuff. Or pre-prepared stuff. Even your really basic stuff that's like, here's a bunch of stuff I got out of the freezer and I've just put it in the oven, it's still about half an hour. You know. Then let's make Chinese food. Let's do this, Ivana. Under Ivana's direction, we started to make Chinese food. The 6 dishes that we cooked up were so elaborate that they didn't seem made with just the available ingredients. Wow, this is great. I'm glad we left it to Ivana. I love how he was like, curry takes too long, but what we're instead going to do is make 6 different bloody things. So yes, he is very good at cooking, clearly. So that's definitely some fried rice with shrimp in it at the forefront. And I'm bad at identifying other dishes. Shrimp in the one at the front right too. Probably noodles in the middle. The one at the back has green peppers and some kind of meat. I think there's shrimp on the back left as well. There's a lot of shrimp here. And then some kind of stew with potatoes in it at the back right. Oh, do you, Naz? That's like, which is the one that's animated, I wonder.
日和の料理は十分うまいのに、何もこいつが作らなくても。
文句があるなら食うな。
Dude, you were the one who had a problem with eating all together in the first place.
くそ、
I sampled it earlier and it was delicious. Here's your serving plate.
いい匂いだな。いただきます。
いただきます。
いただきます。
We all started to take a few bites. Most of us remained quiet as we shoveled food into our mouths. Amidst that, I noticed that Akase looked down with his hands against his temples. What's the matter, Akase? You don't like spicy food?
いや、うまくてつらい。
It hurts?
俺は辛い。
Oh, right. You don't like spicy stuff, Tomase. This fried rice and stir fry isn't spicy. I'm guessing the stew-like bits at the back is definitely spicy, because that was sort of a reddish brown, right?
エヴァナ、お前、こういうところで好感度上げていくのは卑怯だろ。
うるさい。好感度なんてマイナスのままで結構だ。
いや、ほんと美味しいよ。これはカレーも期待できるね。
中華ってあまり食べないけど美味しいね。やるじゃん、ケイちゃん。
やめろ、慣れ慣れしい。
This relaxed atmosphere seemed to bring us closer together, especially with Ibana. Ibana must have just felt desperate at first. That's why he said those harsh things. He does have a sharp tongue and is a bit scary. Soon, most of our plates were emptied and we started to chit-chat. Yoichi stood up to go and make some tea.
全員聞いてほしいんだけど。
Kase stopped Yoichi by holding up his hand.
俺は昨日、終業式が終わったらさっさと帰って、買っといたコーラを飲みながら、欧州リーグの録画を見るつもりだった。あ、サッカーな。
You're a league, huh?
別に大した予定じゃないが、予定を崩されるのはムカつく。強制されるのは好きじゃない。みんなそうだろ？
Could they all be the producers? Probably not.
Hmm. まあ、そうだな。
でも今俺は強制的に異世界ってやつに閉じ込められてるし、そのうちドラマもやらされるんだろう。すげえ腹立つけど、今それに反発しても自分の身を危険にさらすだけなんだろうなって思う。
They continued as he saw nods of agreement among us.
から俺は今ここにいる10人はとりあえず仲間って思うことにした。
Huh?
あれ、昨日真っ先に切れてたじゃん。裏切り者ね、名乗り出ろってさ。
だから言ってんだよ。あの時は悪かった。
After saying that, Akase bowed to us. When he looked up, the bold expression was gone and he looked slightly depressed.
本音を言えば、心から信じてるかっていうと、それはまだ難しい。でも、一人の裏切りのために、9人の間の信頼を捨てるのは嫌だ。だから、昨日言ったことは取り消させてくれ。誰かを疑って、信じられる奴らの信頼をなくして、 少しずつ自分さえも信じられなくなるのが嫌だ。だから俺はここにいる奴らは仲間だって思うことにした。
Haze was pure. Mysteriously, when I saw those eyes, I felt like things would turn out alright. My hand was clenched out of tension, but it had relaxed without me knowing. I also want to believe in everyone. Even if we just met yesterday, I don't want to be at odds with them. Even if the traitor called the producer is among us.
僕は昨日も言いましたけれど、プロデューサーが紛れ込んでるっていう話自体は嘘かもしれないって思っています。
And that is also a possibility. It could just be a lie.
疑心暗鬼は最高のスパイス。彼はそう言っていましたよね。そうやって僕らの団結を防いでいるのかなと。
根拠としては少し弱いと思うわ。
そうですね。でも僕は皆さんと少しでも仲良くやれたらって思います。
まあ確かにこれからどのくらい一緒にいるのかわかんないのにギスギスしてんのはごめんだよね。
I agree. It's painful to have to always doubt someone. It'll make things terribly awkward.
揃いも揃って俺に言ってるのか。
No, that's not what I meant. It was just an opinion. Just saying what came to mind.
俺も思ったことを言ってるだけだが、まあいちいち言い合うのもめんどくさいな。別にプロデューサー以外のやつまで責め立てるつもりはないし。
We can get along.
いや、そうは言ってな。
なんだよ、話せばわかるじゃん。これからもその調子で頼むぜ、エヴァな。
お前、だからツンツンしたい時期もあるよな。わかるわかる。だから違いますって。
じゃあ明日からもよろしくな。早く元の世界に帰れるよ。みんなで頑張ろうぜ。
We each expressed agreement. Hibana seemed reluctant about it though. What appeared to be a pitch black road seemed to have a ray of light now. That's how it felt. I can't say it's amazing, but feeling a bit more optimistic now. It's alright. We can go home if we work hard enough. We have to keep at it without giving up. I renewed my resolve that night. That happened right before going to bed. Tomase was waiting for me by the door to my own room. I had mixed feelings about this. In truth, among the 9 here, the most trustworthy one to me is Tomase. No, I still trust him now, but... Tomase? What's up?
今日避けてただろう、俺のこと。
That's because... Ever since talking to Tomase in the morning, I had avoided looking at him straight or talking to him. I still hadn't come to terms with how I felt.
日和、お前が俺のことをどう思っても、お前が決めたことなら仕方ないとは思うが、俺はどんな状況でもお前を守るし、一緒にいるからな。
I'm the one at fault here, because I avoided him. Tomase came to me instead, making me feel he was much more mature. It used to be my role to be the one protecting you.
昔の話だろ。今は違う。
When we were small, I was a year older, so I always led Tomase by his hand. Cars, dogs, bullies. I thought I protected him from all of that. Just like how I did with my younger siblings. When did this all change? When did he not need me to hold his hand anymore?
だから危険なことはするなよ。何かあったら俺に相談してくれ。俺は絶対にお前を裏切ったりしない。
But he'd do anything in the drama. I almost said that out loud, but stopped myself. I knew that everything he'd done was to protect me, but if it's the rules, he might do anything I don't want, even if it's kissing or more. But if I said that to him, I'm sure we'd fight again. If that's the case, then all right. We're in an unfamiliar place surrounded by strangers. I'm so thankful that Tomase is here for me right now. So, right now, I don't want to argue with Tomase. I looked up and smiled at Tomase. It was to thank him for caring. I'll consult you if anything happens. Besides, I want to go home as soon as possible. And you can't take a bath here, so it's kind of terrible.
風呂ならバウンサーに頼めば疑似入浴処理とかいうのをしてくれるが。
It's not the point. I know that, but I still want to take a real bath. I think it's more soothing that way. But I guess we'll have to be patient for now. That was just me wanting to complain. Well, good night. See you tomorrow.
ああ、おやすみ。
I told myself that we'd work on this again tomorrow, as I retired to my room. Ooh, choices. Okay. The living room, which has these three. The library is these three. And the park is those three. Okay. This feels like it's where we're going to start, or it's going to start being relevant what we choose, huh? That means I need to make a decision. I don't know. I mean, library is a library. I like the library. These three seem fine too. Is that... Yeah, I think these three. Mostly I just want to go see Yoichi. Because they're very pretty. And the other two are nice, so it's fine. I went to the library to try to research more about the dramas, and there I found Dazai and Chigasaki reading books. Hey Dazai, what are you reading?
背中特に何も読んでない眺めてるだけだ
Oh, really? You've got so much stuff here though.
さっきまで太宰君と一緒にいろいろと調べ物をしていたんですよ。参考になりそうな資料を集めていたら いつの間にかこんな量になってしまいまして。
Oh, I get it now.
はい、それであれこれ調べているうちに少し疲れたので今は休憩を。
あれ、君たちもここに来てたんだ。
Hello, Yuchi. I only arrived just now. Are you here to do research too?
ちょっとした探し物かな。ここならドラマの参考になるものがあるかもしれないからね。
I also came to research the dramas. I was hoping to find some sort of clue, no matter how small it may be.
そうなんだ。それじゃあいい資料があったら共有しようか。
I appreciate it. Speaking of which, I was searching for a book with Dazai the other day. As my thoughts wandered, my gaze drifted towards Dazai. Earlier, Dazai said he wasn't doing anything, but now he's staring at that book intently. I can't see the cover, but I think that's some kind of animal encyclopedia? Chigasaki must have caught me staring, because he then called out to me.
そういえば見ないですね。
No animals, huh? Huh?
動物です。この辺りでは見かけないなと思いまして。
Sound like this without any birds is kind of creepy.
言われてみれば猫も鳥も見かけないね。
犬の散歩をしている人も見ないな。
それだけではありません。見かけないといえば魚や昆虫なんかも。
Maybe there aren't any animals here?
どうだろうね。でもこれだけ僕らの世界と似た作りになっているのに、そこを似せないのには違和感がある気もするけど、今結論を出すのは難しいだろうね。でも動物といえば猫？
Yoichi pats Dazai on the back with a grin.
猫が何ですか？
You're being called a cat, Dazai, I think.
そんなに驚くことをしたかな。ふと思ったんだよ。太宰君は少しばかり猫に似てるなってね。
Now that you mention it, he does feel a bit like it.
猫って別に似てないと思いますけど。
そうだな。太宰にゃんこは
Oh dear.
にゃんこって
遠くからじっとこっちの様子を伺ってるけど、本当は撫でてもらいたがってるタイプの猫かな。
There are cats like that.
猫といえば行部くんも猫っぽいですよね。
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that one too, Chigasaki.
そうだね。彼は気まぐれでつかみどころのない猫って感じがするな。
Meiji feels like a penguin to me.
背のウサギとかじゃないか？
Not sure how I feel about that comparison, Dazai. Are you saying that I'm cute and defenseless? Huh?
そうですね。セナさんは小動物のように愛らしいですから。
Really? It's a bit embarrassing, but I appreciate it.
イオチさんはヒョウとか似合いそうですね。
評価いいね。気に入ったよ。 じゃあ茅ヶ崎くんは犬とかかな？
犬ですか？僕は二見さんの方が犬っぽいって思うんですけど。
That's true. Futami is big, so he'd be one of the bigger breeds.
犬っていうならバンジョーもそうだろ。セナに対する番犬。
Yeah. Yeah, Tomase is definitely a guard dog. Akase feels kind of dog-like to me as well. But more of a smaller, energetic, friendly dog. You know. Tomase?
あれは誰がどう見たってそうだろ。犬ならもう一人それっぽいのがいるけど。
Huh? Who?
博士。
Yay! Called it. It said Akase is like a dog.
確かに赤瀬さんは正義感が強いので犬のおまわりさんって感じもしますね。
あと雪の中を全力で駆け回ってそうなとことかな。
Then what about Hibana?
そうですね。エバノ君は犬といえば犬っぽいし猫のような雰囲気もありますけど。
I'd say more cat than dog for him. But like the sort of cat who absolutely does not want to be touched. Like at all. And will take a swipe at you if you try.
ハリネズミとか。
Hedgehog. Yeah, he is kind of prickly.
いつも誰かが近寄ると全身の毛を逆立てて威嚇してくるとこがなんかそれっぽい。
可愛らしいと思うけどね。こんな状況でも精一杯虚勢を張ってるところとかさ。
それエバナが聞いたら口も聞いてくれなくなりそうですけど。
While we were talking up a storm, I remembered an important member of the family. If we're talking about animals, I can't help but think about Kyo. I miss it. Kyo was a robot, but it was still a member of the family. I miss my family.
セナさん、大丈夫ですか？
は？
あ、いえ、なんだか表情が急に曇ったように感じたので。
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about the past. I sort of got homesick and started to miss my family.
セナ。
I knew that I shouldn't be worrying everyone unnecessarily like this, but these worries had silently accumulated in my heart. If I work hard at the dramas, I can go back. I thought I understood that, but if possible, I don't want to do the dramas. But then...
ドラマをやりたくないならプロデューサーを見つけるしかないね。
Yes, that's right. Finding the producer means we have to call out a member of our team.
どちらを選ぶにしても辛い話ですね。
What is the producer planning by making us do these dramas? What do you think, Yoichi? What do you think, Yoichi?
そりゃまだわからないな。でもどんな目的にせよわざわざこんな大掛かりなことをしているんだ。それなりの目的があるはずだけど、それを考えるにはまだヒントが少なすぎるのが現状かな。
If we could just figure out what the producer's goal was, we could make a plan to do something about it.
そうだね。でもそこばかり気にしていても仕方ないよ。だから今はできることから考えてみない？
Right. I think you're right, Yoichi.
結局のところ僕らにドラマを演じさせたり 配信している本当の目的はわからないけど、今はどうにか無事に帰ることだけを考えて頑張ろう。
Yes.
あとさっきの動物のくだりはここだけの話にしておこうか。
そうですね。聞いたら暴れ出しそうなやつもいるし。
Yeah, some of them would not appreciate the comparisons, I think.
それって誰のことですか？
茅ヶ崎さん、分かって言ってますよね。
それじゃあ僕らだけの秘密ということで。
Oh, a little secret. It makes me happy to hear that we're just a little bit closer. I felt it was nice to have secrets like this. I couldn't help but smile. And then we all went back to doing research. Of course, the four of us all worked together. Oh! No, apparently this is just another set of choices where we get to do everything. Alright, to the park! Yeah, do we actually have access to any kind of... What's in the material section? Okay, that is the dictionary. Oh no, wait, no, this is the dictionary. So there isn't anything in the menu that wants to indicate us affection points at this point. I went to the park to take my mind off of things. And there I noticed Akase, Abana and Haiji gathered together for a chat. Haiji, Akase and Abana too. You're all at the park today, huh? When Abana sees me approaching, he makes a blatant frown.
俺たちは調査中だけど、セナは散歩か？
Yeah. I wanted to clear my mind with a little walk. You said you were investigating? What are you looking into?
ああ、前にこの近くで警告音が鳴ってさ、それが気になったから、もう一度周辺を確認しておこうと来てみたわけ。
An alarm?
そうそう。試しにセナもちょっとこっち来てみて。
Akase urged me over. You're right!
それより先は指定区域外です。引き返してください。
これ以上ここにいるのはまずいだろう。一旦戻った方がいいんじゃないか。
くっそ、やっぱあの辺で鳴るんだよな。
バングルをつけたまま区域外に出たらすぐバレるに決まってる。当たり前なこと言ってんなよ。お前はバカか？
エバナ君、君はどうしてそういう口の利き方をするのかな。
やれよ。
何言ってんのかわかんねえな。
Yes. The turnarounds. I am like in Mario Kart. Yeah. Oh, I guess it's just a verbal version of it. Or more like... No, I was gonna say more like what happens when you reach the edge of a map while in the water in Guild Wars 2. But that pushes you back in. With like a current, so...
Kuso! いってえな。それが年下にする態度かよ。
年上に敬意を払えないやつに言われたかねえよ。
警告音が鳴るってことは、プロデューサーには僕たちのことバレバレなんだね。
While the other two were glaring at each other, Haiji continued to talk matter-of-factly. That's right! Haiji, you need to be careful not to go outside the safe area either, okay? Haiji always looks so sleepy, so I get worried he might wander his way out of the designated areas. Yeah, you know, Senna said he reminded her of a penguin, but he's reminding me more of the dormouse in Alice in Wonderland. Still sleepy.
わかった。気をつけるよ。
He's so mysterious, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. Whenever I look at Haiji, I'm reminded of my younger brothers.
ってわけなんだけど、セナ、聞いてたか？
Nope, wasn't listening, sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't catch that.
使えねえやつ。
Huh? What did he say?
おい、エヴァナ。上司に対してその言い方はないだろ。もうちょっとこう、優しい物言いを。
はあ？なんで女だからって気を使わないといけないんだよ。お前こそ、そうやって女にいい顔ばっかして恥ずかしくないのか？
別に俺はそんなつもりじゃ。
Please calm down, both of you.
僕、アイス買いに行っていい？
Ice cream?
近くに売ってるから。じゃあ、行ってきます。
I mean, they don't actually sell the ice cream, they just give it to you. But sure. He's gone already. Haiji really just does what he wants. Everyone is doing their own thing, so who should I talk to? Wait a second. Why are two of these options a Kase? A banner isn't even an option. Let's go get ice cream. You think we're meant to go with a cat? So that's kind of why I want to go follow Haiji instead. Wrong button. Let's follow Haiji. I hope that Ibana can do something about his attitude.
こっち来たんだね。アイス食べる？
Well, didn't kill me yesterday. I'll have another ice cream. Yeah, I might as well, I thought.
何味がいい？僕はラムネにしようと思うけど。
We can choose. We just had vanilla last time. Then I'll have the same. Being with Haiji is so calming. Maybe it's because he's always so relaxed. I might be asking for too much for everyone to get along, but I wish we could at least be calm and civil.
お、いいもん食ってるな。俺にもそれ分けてくれよ。
Then I'll get you one too, Akase.
やった。ちょうどなんか食べたかったんだよな。
やっぱ年上らしくねえし、
やかましい。お前だってついてきたくせに。
俺はアイスが食べたくて来たわけじゃ。
Well, what else did you come to the ice cream truck for, Abana? Yeah, make sure you eat it before it melts, Abana.
はあ、お前からのものなんて。
ほら溶けちゃうよ。
おい、余計なことする。
Did you just have the ice cream in his mouth? Oh, there's ice cream all over his mouth.
ハイジ、お前はまたそういうこと。
ごめんね。でも溶けちゃうから。
Although he clicked his tongue, Abana still took the ice cream Haiji had held out to him and slowly began to eat it.
素直にうまいって食えばいいだろ。みんなで食うともっとうまいぞ。
みんなとか知らねえけど、食い物を無駄にするわけにいかないだろ。
アイス美味しいね。
When all is said and done, we're all here making merry with sweet treats. I still can't believe there is a traitor among us. A murky feeling lingered, clouding my heart even as we stood enjoying our ice cream together. I decided to call out to Haiji in an attempt to banish the haze. Haiji, you really like your ice cream. I want to take you to my favorite ice cream shop back in the real world. They have lots of flavors and they're so good.
そんなに美味しいの？だったら食べてみたい。
それじゃ元の世界に戻ったらみんなで食べに行くか。
Hey, I didn't invite you, Akase. I invited him.
うん、行こう。
Haiji pulled on Abana's uniform to show him that he wanted him there too.
行かねえよ。
お前は一回否定しないと会話できないのか。
I can't wait to have ice cream with everyone. I have to work hard in order to do that and escape from this world. With a clear goal in mind, I pushed the darkness deeper into the corners of my heart. Is this automatically doing the living room one, or are we skipping it? I don't know. What I do know is I need more water, so I will be right back. As cast members of the Otherworld stream, we had been imprisoned here for a few days. A regular snack break turned into a strategy meeting. Surprisingly, Abana was the first to complain. Okay, so we don't get to do that third option. Because Abana was at the park, not in the living room. So okay, we get two choices.
なんで俺が縄で縛られなきゃいけないんだ。
は？
Because he said that all of a sudden, everyone, including Fatami, looked surprised.
なんで俺が太宰に縛られなきゃいけないんだって言ってるんだよ。
Who's tying who up?
ちょっと待て。お前それは言い方が悪いだろ。
ああ、さっきのドラマのことですか。エバナ君、人質役で縛られてましたもんね。
Ah, the drama. That makes more sense.
しかもきつく縛りすぎだ。あとこそついてないが食い込んでいたかったぞ。
俺が喜んで縛ってるとでも思ってんのか。そういう役なんだから仕方ないだろう。
So that's the drama you were doing. I was preparing the ingredients, so I completely ignored it. In the beginning, the Otherworld stream took place once a day, but it's increasing in frequency. We were starting to get used to it, and we've stopped paying attention to all the streams. Of course, we have no choice but to get serious in our own dramas.
まあ確かにハードな内容のドラマが多いな。視聴者の受けを狙ってるんだろうが。
23歳なのに制服着させられますしね。
そのいじりはもういいだろう。
僕は毎回ポイントが2とか3しかもらえないのが不満だな。
2 or 3 points a time, huh? It's gonna take a while.
それは演技が下手すぎるからでしょう。もっと感情を込めないと。
すっごく込めてるつもりだけど。
毎回棒読みなんですが。
僕は見てて楽しいよ。演じる方はうまくできないけど。
Yeah, we did get lucky with those 5, probably because we had an actual actor.
ハイジ君はまだ3回しか出演してないからな。これから不満が出てくるかもしれない。
そうかな。このまま続けられる気がするけど、みんなと一緒にやるの面白いし。
こんなのが面白いとか感覚がおかしいだろ。そんな言い方しなくてもいいだろ。ハイジは自分の感想を言っただけだ。俺は嫌なんだ。自分の感情に嘘をつくのもドラマをやらされるのも。そのうちもっと気に食わない内容のドラマもやらされるに決まってる。それを指示してんのは誰だ。あのうさんくさいディレクターとこの中にいるプロデューサーだろ。
またその話か。気持ちはわかるけど、ポイントを貯めて元の世界に返してもらえばいいだけだろ。
それはお前の考えだろうが、勝手な意見をこっちにまで押し付けるなよ。
Your mouth a complaint, Savannah.
押し付けるってお前な。
The start-up sound of the watcher in the living room was what broke up their argument.
って感じで不満が溜まってるんだけど、ディレクターさんとしてはこれも計算のうちなのかな。
ディレクターにおつなぎします。
So? Yoichi had activated the watcher while no one was looking. We heard the director's voice through the watcher.
不満は当然出ると思っております。計算といえば計算のうちですが、モチベーションは損ないたくありませんね。
で、その解決方法は？
では、少し早いですが、ご褒美を差し上げましょう。
Gift? After the director finished talking, all of our bangles started to ring. It showed the total points that we've accumulated that we usually see after another world stream. Ooh, what's this?
こちらは皆さんの現在のポイントです。元の世界へ戻るとなると、もっと貯めていただく必要がありますが。
But how many more? My points are currently at 26. I have to accumulate more than this. Just how many dramas do I have to do?
あなた方の頑張りに合わせ、ご褒美を差し上げようと思っています。まずは、そうですね。
Now only one person's bangle rang. It belonged to Tomase.
現在一番ポイントが高いのは50ポイントの万丈友瀬さんですね。あなたのリクエストにお答えしましょう。
Of course, the person in the drama club has the highest number of points. 50? That's nearly twice what we have.
はい。内容にもよりますが、どんなリクエストでも構いませんよ。
Will it cost him points though?
どんなリクエストだ。例えば、お前の正体を明かせっていうのでもいいのかよ。
There was no response to Akase's question. It seemed the request had to come from Tomase. Everyone's attention was turned to Tomase as he said something unexpected.
じゃあ、宿舎に風呂が欲しい。
You say unexpected, but that's exactly what I expected him to say. Of course that's what you're going to ask for. Because that's what Senna wants. Huh?
は？そこで風呂？
湯船とシャワーを脱衣所付きでできないのか？
もちろん構いませんよ。それでは浴室をご用意いたしましょう。
It's time to find out if the virtual reality setting we're in can properly model water. Because maybe that's the reason there isn't a bath. Because the moment that you got into it, you'd know.
リクエスト受け付けました。蘇生開始します。
設置が完了いたしましたので、後ほどご確認ください。
Nope, apparently no builder's drag. Apparently there is just a bathroom now.
それでは皆さん、このように不定期でご褒美をお渡しするつもりでおりますので、引き続き異世界配信をお楽しみください。
The call from the director ended there. and the blinking lamp on the watch are also shut off.
なんでよりによって風呂なんだ？他にもいろいろあるだろう。
まあ確かに風呂には入りたかったけどさ、疑似入浴処理とかいうのも味気なかったし。
他にもやりようあったんじゃとは思うものの、では何かと言われると急には思いつかないものだね。
I'm sorry, but you requested the bath because I mentioned it, right, Tomase?
別に俺が入りたかっただけだ。
Alright, now you're gonna pretend it's not because of us. Fine. Oh, thanks.
ツンデレかよ。まあいや、それで風呂ってどこなんだ？もうあるってことだよな。
Yeah, let's go look at the bath.
ねえ、こっちは？
Suddenly, Haiji walked towards the space next to the hallway that had opened up.
さっきまでなかったドアがありますね。
お風呂欲しかった人が確認してみなよ。いおりちゃん。じゃなくて、ともくんか。
Tomase cautiously went to open the door. And there was the dressing room and a big bath beyond that. Let's have a look at this bathroom. Pretty spacious. Multiple mirrors. Only one sink. One sink but multiple mirrors. Is it a shared bath? It looks like there's only one of them, so we're gonna have to share it.
風呂だな。
すごいですね。本当に一瞬でお風呂ができた。
物理法則無視しすぎで頭痛い。
もう考えたら負けだろ。
よかったね。入りたかったんでしょ？
One bath between 10 people is gonna be hard to schedule, though. Yeah.
早速入ったらどうだ？誰も覗かないように見張っておくから。
待て待て、覗くわけないだろ。俺らを何だと思ってんだ。無視かよそこで。
いいな、僕も一緒に入りたいな。ダメ？
I don't think we're good enough friends for that right now, Yoichi. I'm okay if you're a woman, Yoichi.
本当？じゃあ入る準備しないとね。
Are we getting confirmation here? Oh, so they're a woman. Yoichi then put their hand on my shoulder to urge me in, but it was Akase and Dazai who stopped them.
ちょっと待ってください。なんかダメな気がします。
そうですよ。いつもはぐらかして。女性っていう証拠は。
What do you want them to do to prove it, Dazai? Flash you? That would be highly inappropriate.
おや？つまり君たちは僕にここで脱いで証明しろと。
そうとは言ってません。
冗談だよ、冗談。しかし意外と太っ腹だね。ご褒美にお風呂も新設しちゃうなんて。もっとすごい願いも叶えてくれるのかな。
じゃあ僕は何にしようかな。今から考えておこうっと。
こんなことくらいでごまかされるかよ。
Vanna sounded depressed for some reason. He was the only one not to see the bath. It seemed like the reward wasn't something he particularly cared about.
じゃあどうしたいの？
こっちこそ聞きたい。お前はどうしたいんだ？異世界配信が楽しいんだろ？ずっとこの世界にいたいのか？
Clearly we don't want to stay here forever, Ravana. I mean, really.
お前の口ぶりはまるでディレクターかプロデューサーみたいだな。
Vanna then left the living room. He likely returned to his room.
この間の夕飯では少し歩み寄ったかと思ったが、相変わらずだな、あいつは。
気にすんなよハイジ。虫の居所が悪かったみたいだし、誰でもいいから文句言いたかっただけだろ。
どちらにせよ、向こうはちゃんと願い事を叶えるつもりはあるってことだ。それだけでも気分は違うかな。
まあそうですね。ポイントを貯めたら元の世界へ戻してくれるっていうのも嘘じゃないんでしょう。
I would still like to know how many points is required for that. Because, like, there's a big difference between if it's, like, 500 or if it's, like, 900,000, you know. Because one of those feels obtainable, and the yeah, it's definitely more than 50. And 100 feels probably too low if one of us is at 50 already. Which is why I started my estimation at 500. Everyone nodded in agreement, and then Iochi turned back to me.
ほら、セナ君は気にせずお風呂に入っておいでよ。ついていったりはしないから。
Oh, okay.
ちゃんと見張っておくから。
I'll lock the door, so it's okay. Either way, it's been a while since my last bath. As the watcher floated in the air, I caught it with both hands and put it on the shelf in the dressing room and turned it to the wall. Just stay there and look the other way. I won't run away.
リクエスト受け付けました。
Things were improving little by little. I felt like we'd eventually return home. It felt better to think of it like that. And it wasn't half bad spending time with everyone. I will do what I can. And for now, a bath. Chapter 3. Friendly Interactions. If we work hard, we get rewards, and we'll be released someday. That thought, and the fact that we actually received a bath as a reward, makes us feel more at ease.
お風呂でごまかせると思われるのは尺だね。時は金なりというのに、いつまで僕らは軟禁されるのやら。
That's true. Yoshi drank tea while sighing. I responded with a forced smile while also drinking tea. Tomase, Futami, Dazai, Gyobu and I were the only ones in the living room at the time. We were simply talking about idle things.
でもとりあえずは前向きに考えるしかないですね。今のところ脱出方法もわからないし。
そうだな。気力を失うのが一番良くない。
異世界配信に出てポイントを貯めればいずれ帰れるんだろう。簡単なことだ。
でも それがいつになるかわからないよね。ディレクターたちが約束を守るとは限らないし。
でも彼らは基本的にフェアだよね。自分たちが言ったことは守るし、僕らは結構自由に行動できてるじゃん。
勝手に連れてこられておかしな世界に閉じ込められているのにフェアだとは思えないな。
彼らが決めたルール内での公平さだね。
決められたルールを守ってくれるならとりあえずはいいかな。それにしてもケイちゃん、さっきからずっと料理してない？
Thought I'd heard the noise of cutting things on the cutting board. We heard continuous sounds coming from the kitchen because Ivana was cooking. Ivana didn't hear us and just kept cooking.
バウンサーに頼んであれこれ食材を用意してたな。カレーの材料だろ。
Ah, curry time, huh?
カレーってそんなに材料いるの？
さあ、俺に聞くなよ。料理はよくわからん。
He's making a fancy ass curry and not like our basic curry. That's why he's asking for so many things.
料理なんて動画見ればすぐできるでしょ。
自信満々だな。普段から作ってるのか？
んなわけないじゃん。料理するくらいならインスタント食べるよ。
インスタントでもいいが野菜も取れよ。麺類ならネギを刻んで入れたり、真空パックの野菜を使ったり。
何？主婦？
俺は普段から自炊してるからな。
何の話してるの？
Haiji came down the stairs while we talked. He must have been taking a nap because the hair on the back of his head was standing up.
二見お母さんが栄養バランスについて指導を入れていたところ。
やめろ。お母さんならもっと適任がいるだろ。
Someone who fits the role of a mum much better. Now who would that be? Probably the person currently in the kitchen.
まさかあいつ？
Who also scolds us sometimes.
エヴァナは冗談が通じないからな。
We continued chatting until something happened. The bangle rang with a muffled tone. The sound meant that I wasn't being summoned as a cast member for a drama. That knowledge made me feel more at ease. As I checked the display on the bangle. It was Akase and Haiji's turn. Oh good, they aren't going to abduct the person in the middle of cooking. That's fine. That's good. Unlike my bangle, Haiji's bangle rang like a loud and shrill alarm. Stream status. Drama starts in 3 minutes. Stream content. Hero of Justice, Episode 3. Genre. Action. Drama. Yeah, we'd have to take over in the middle of Ivana cooking and be like, what was he even trying to do here? Considering no one here seems as accomplished in cooking as he is. It probably depends on how far he's got with the curry. Because, I mean, if it's at the point where you can just tend the pot a bit, anyone could do it. Cast: Saikawa, Kyoji Akase, Tanabe, Takumi Haiji.
アクションって大丈夫かハイジ？
多分。
いろんなドラマがあるんだね。幅があるのはありがたいけど。
なんかセリフが難しい。
難しい？どういう意味で？
もう始まるから行ってきます。
he blips out of existence. I was wondering what it looked like when we got summoned to places. Haiji was looking at the script on his display, but he vanished after saying what he said. So that's how you get transported. I've never seen it up close before.
まさしく瞬間移動って感じだよね。さて、二人のドラマはどんなドラマになるのかな？
Akase and Haiji were standing in the park at night. I watched them through the display. Haiji's outfit changed to a uniform like ours, and it was funny how he looked like a child dressed up. Before Akase's line started, we saw subtitles. It looked like a recap of a previous stream. Saikawa is a member of the organization RAL. He couldn't agree to the rules and left the base. He happened to save Tanabe, who was being pursued.
ここまで来れば大丈夫だろう。怪我してないか？
はい、大丈夫です。ちょっと来ましたけど。
おお。
As far as I could tell, Haiji was right. He wasn't a very good actor. He often would skip lines, and it didn't seem like he was that intent on gaining points.
あなたは今の人を知ってるんですか？僕は急に言われて何がなんだか。
Can he not read it properly? Like, either this isn't a language he knows very well, or he can't read very well in general, or he's dyslexic, or something. It kind of feels that way, right?
確証があるわけじゃないが、おそらくは知っている。でもあんたも狙われた理由はあると思うぜ。
理由？
Ooh, poor eyesight. That could be it too. After saying that, Akase went through Haiji's bag.
あ、勝手に触らないでください。
He takes out a student ID and keeps rummaging.
田辺浩太。父親の名前は？
田辺啓太。
それだな。物理学者田辺啓太の息子。あんたの父親は今頃 RAL に囲まれているはずだ。息子のあんたもこれから保護するつもりだったんだろうが、一歩遅かったってとこか。しかし結局俺もこうやって RAL に関わることになるのか。くそ。
台本のこの漢字読めないんだけど。
Yep. He's not very good with kanji. That's what it is. What? The stream is still ongoing.
とにかく RAL へ行こう。そこへ行けば安全なはずだ。
Akase tries to improvise to keep it going. He's going to continue this even if Haiji can't read.
そうなんだけど、この次の文章も読めないんだよね。ひらがなで書いてほしいな。
So either Haiji is a lot younger than we think, or Japanese isn't his native language. I guess. Haiji, the stream is still ongoing. To refuse to appear or act will make you subject to a punishment game. If he keeps acting like this, wouldn't they deem it as him refusing to act out the part?
Teki? なんとかし
もしお前が田辺啓太の着手じゃなくてもあいつらには関係ないだろうな。だから黙って俺についてこい。ほら。
Kase reached out his hand, while Haiji looked at him blankly. Haiji was just being his usual self, and he wasn't acting out anything.
早くしろよ。セリフはいいから。
わかった。
Akase helped Haiji up by the hand and they left the park. The stream ended. Haiji returned to the living room. Everyone there let out a sigh of relief. I'm glad it's ended okay.
難しいというのは漢字が読めなくて難しいという意味だったんだね。
今までの台本は適当にごまかしてたんだけど、今回は読めない漢字ばかりだったんだよね。
Sounds like someone needs some thorough study sessions to get through this. If we had more time to prepare, I could have taught you to read it. As we spoke about that, we heard frantic footsteps in the hallway.
お、来たぞ、今回の苦労人が。
Yep, remedial lessons indeed.
はいじお前な。あのくらいの漢字読めるようにしておけよ。でないと今後困るぞ。
Yeah, why didn't he tell us earlier? Exactly! We could have been helping him with it this whole time.
かくまうや着手はともかく、驚くとか襲うはそう難しい漢字でもないだろ
う。そんな漢字習ったっけ？覚えてないな。
習ってない？
習ってないってことはないだろう。これくらいは小学校や中学校で。
ちょっと待って。ハイジ君、君の年齢はまだ聞いてなかったよね。
僕は12歳だよ。
Yep, he's younger than we think he is! So I guess that makes the age range here from 12 at Haiji's end to however old Iochi is, maybe. Because Iochi might be older than 23, which was Futami, right? How is he as tall as the others? He's just one of those kids that just gets really, really tall really, really fast. He's already had his growth spurt.
はあ？12って小学生ってことか。
You're 12? I didn't notice at all. Looking back, all of Haiji's remarks and actions began making sense.
ここがどこかもわからないんじゃ。通信設備が必要だな。
宿舎って言ってたね。
The man who was silent earlier stopped playing with the dirt and looked up.
そっか。確かにどっちでもいいね。僕はハイジ匠。学校は宇都第一だけど。
宇都第一？聞いたことないな。
だと思った。 僕もみんなの学校のこと知らないしね。だから
He didn't join in the conversations earlier. I just thought that maybe he was quiet. But it wasn't that. He just couldn't keep up. He tapped his feet when he would get bored, and he'd tilt his head when he was confused. I felt like he talked and acted like an elementary school student. Now he seems more his age.
てか小学生って顔かよ。
顔というか背というか、どう見ても小学生に見えないぞ。
ずいぶんでかい小学生もいたもんだな。
ハイジ君、こっち来て。
Yobu waved Haiji over to stand next to him. He checked Haiji's height and sighed. Haiji was just a little bit taller.
納得いかないな。君、本当に小学生なの？
そうだけど、変？
変というかなんというか、そういうことなら最初から言えよ。そうと分かっていればフォローしたのに。
Everyone was caught up with Haiji, and then Shigasaki returned. He was out investigating again. Now everyone was together.
どうかしたんですか？
ハイジ君が12歳だという事実が発覚して、みんなで驚いていたところだ。
Dictionary. Takumi Haiji. Takumi Haiji is a student who attends a school called Uto Daiichi Elementary School.
12歳？そうだったんですか。そうは見えませんね。
Haiji, you're the same age as my brother.
そうなんだ。じゃあ、お姉ちゃんって呼び方がぴったりだね。
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Big sis. He's still in grade school and he got dragged into this. He must miss his family. It's probably tough. Haiji! I just jumped and held his hand tightly.
え？何？
While we're here, you can think of me as your big sis.
瀬名お姉ちゃん。
出たな、日和の癖が。
癖？
年下と見れば全員妹弟扱いして嫌がられるまで世話を焼く。
なるほど。
Until they're sick of it. I'm not that annoying, am I?
してた。腹は減ってないか眠くないかとかまで聞く癖は未だに抜けてないだろ。
眠くないよ。
I always take care of my younger siblings, so it's just a habit of mine.
弟？妹
？Two younger sisters and two younger brothers.
4人か。そりゃ癖もつくよな。
確かに、瀬名さんはお姉さんの雰囲気がありますね。
なるほど。僕らはもう少しお互いを知る必要がありそうだね。おい、エバナ君。
Ebana entered the living room looking irritated after Ryoichi called him over.
何ですか？カレーならまだできてませんよ。
今煮込みに入ってたよね。それなら少し話そうよ。お互いについてさ。
お互い？
共同生活をしておまけに協力してドラマを演じなければいけない。それって結構大変なことだよね。お互いをある程度理解していないとどこまで踏み込んでいいか、あるいは踏み込むべきでないかもわからない。だから 僕らはお互いの特性や趣味なんかについてもっと知っておくべきだと思うよ。
Jose and Dazai frowned after hearing that. Itami followed after.
もっと知っておくべきって、それなら先に自分の性別をな。
We don't need to know Yochi's gender. It's fine. Doesn't matter, they're pretty.
結局どちらなのか未だに謎だからな。
まあなんというか、彼女、いや彼、あの人なりの冗談なんだろ。
I can hear you. They were whispering, but it was so obvious I couldn't help but smirk.
ちなみに僕の趣味はアーチェリーで、カクテル作りなんかもたまにやってる。好きな食べ物は梨とリンゴ。
Pretty, purple hair, does archery. Yep, this one's my choice. This one. In spite of the three of them whispering, Yochi just went on with the introduction. Nakase followed after that.
なんすかそのセレブ感のあるプロフィール。俺はそうだな。強いて言えば朝のジョギングが趣味かな。あ、サッカーも割と好き。見る線だけど。
長期戦覚悟で親睦を深めるってことか。まあ致し方ないか。俺は前も言った通り美術の専門に通ってる。やってるのはもっぱら立体造形だな。シルバークラフトは特に好きだし、リクエストがあれば作るから言ってくれ。
作るってここでですか？
ああ、それくらいの材料なら監視者に頼めば出してくれるんだ。その点は助かってるかな。
He does silvercraft, that probably means he made that ring and bracelet that he's wearing, right?
へえ、そういうところは太っ腹なんですね。
俺にもそういう趣味がある。
Actually, no, sorry, the bracelet's
多
the
少は
bangle,
我慢
isn't
で
it?
きたのか。
The ring, though.
俺は特にこれといった趣味も特技もないし。
No hobbies? Are you sure reading isn't one of your hobbies? We've met you in the library twice now.
好きなものや嫌いなものも別に。
朝グラタンを食べながらグラタンうまいって泣いてた。
いや泣いてはいないだろ。好物なのは事実だけど。
でも人参は残してたな。
興味ないふりして細かく見すぎだろお前ら。
What kind of a problem do you have with carrots, Dazai? What kind of a problem can you have with carrots? They're like just kind of basic. But maybe that's because I grew up eating them all the time, I don't know. So, you like gratin? Then I'll make it. Oh, I guess Habana would be better at it.
なんで俺がこいつの好みに合わせなきゃいけないんだ。
セナ、頼む。
Sure. Yeah, okay. Clearly just my opinion on carrots then. Steamed or boiled carrots is kind of the main vegetable I was brought up on. And I mean, yeah, they are a little bit better. not like that, I will admit. Raw cut into pieces and with a nice dip, it's nice. Like, specifically with garlic herb cheese, like boursin. Get me a small container of boursin and some carrot sticks, and I am good. I did also live on I lived on grated carrot sandwiches for a while as a student when I had no money as well.
じゃあ僕の趣味も話しておくかな。僕の趣味は
We know what your hobbies are, Gyobu. It's games.
業部の趣味はゲームだろう。聞かなくてもわかる。
いつもゲームしてますもんね。
Yeah, anything you eat like every day does kind of get a little bit off. I don't think I went off doing that though. I did go off tuna for a little bit while I was a student though. Having tuna sandwiches every day for like a month was a little too much. It might have been more than a month.
Ma, そうなんだけど、ゲームって言ってもいろいろあるからさ。僕が一番好きなのはアナログゲーム。カードゲームとかテーブルの上でボードを広げてっていうあれね。
Yeah, I figured, given that you asked the thing you asked the Watcher for to find out about it granting wishes was D&D. Like first edition D&D, wasn't it? So yeah.
機械とか PC 関係も割と得意かな。ああ、ちなみに一人っ子だよ。
Normal tuna or tuna mayo? Normal tuna. Because it was when I was living in student halls and I didn't have access to a fridge. So, like once, like the small cans of tuna, they were the right size for making sandwiches for a day. And not having to store it anywhere afterwards. Basically. And I say I didn't have access to a fridge. I did have access to a fridge, technically, but it wasn't even on the same floor as my room, and I really couldn't be asked.
そんな気がした。
自由すぎるもんな。偏見を感じる。
じゃあ僕も一応人に誇れるような特技や趣味はありませんが、サボテンを集めるのは好きです。料理はあまり得意じゃないので、できれば皆さんにお任せしたいところです。
だってさ、エヴァナ君。
まずい料理を食わされるよりは自分で作った方がマシなのは間違いないが。
How can you even make it rude when you're saying that, Evan?
ケイちゃんはなんで料理が得意なの？珍しいよね。男子高校生で料理が得意って。
別に何でもいいだろう。俺もセナと同じで家族に作ってただけだ。
なんでもいいだろって言いながらちゃんと答えてくれるツンデレ。
お前、飯抜きな。
ああ、じゃあ日和ちゃんに作ってもらおっと。
I don't mind cooking, but I hope you'll get along with everyone.
市場でこっちに迷惑かけないでもらえますか？
I don't think it's a bother at all, but... Oh, Ebana, what do you like to do besides cooking? Can you tell us what you like?
別に趣味じゃねえし。強いて言えばゲームが好きだが、こいつと一緒にはされたくない。
そうだったの？それなら一緒にやろうよ。コンピューターゲームでもいいよ。
絶対嫌だ。
I'm glad you guys have common interests. As for me... I said this earlier, but I cook for my siblings, so I'm good at cooking food and desserts. But I'm not good with complicated recipes. You and me both, Senna. You and me both. Also, I like collecting small items. Watcher looks cute, so I kind of like it. When I said that, my own watcher turned around while floating.
なんで反応したんだ？
It's because we said its name. That's why it reacted.
喜んでるように見える。
僕らは彼らに監視されてるのに、可愛くて好きとはなかなかの大物だね。
Yeah, it's cute. It just gets to face the wall when I'm changing. Sorry.
もともとそういう性格なんです。のんきというか、応用というか、わざとじゃありません。
そうだろうとは思ってるよ。それで、バンジョー君はどうなのかな？セナ君のナイトのようだけど。
Night.
幼馴染です。俺は特に皆さんと仲良くするつもりもありませんが。
Hey, Tomase.
でもこいつがうるさいので、表面上はそれなりに付き合いますし、演劇部なのでドラマはちゃんとやります。
What good is it you telling us that you're going to pretend about it?
セナのフォローはするくせに、自分のフォローは全部シャットアウトするのな。
こいつが裏切り者だと疑われるのは嫌なので、俺自身はどうでもいいですけど。
クールだな。ハイジは言っておきたいこととかないの？
言っておきたいこと、そうだな。
何かないのか？趣味とか特技とか。
趣味、特技。
まだ小学生だからね。自己アピールは難しいかもしれない。
ああ、僕、飼育員だよ。学校でウサギ飼ってる。
飼育員？
懐かしい響きだな。
何年前だっけね？
まだあるんだな、その風習。
これは僕も参加した方がいいんでしょうか。
Yoichi and Futami reminisced about the past as we continued this conversation over dinner. Considering this atmosphere, I think we can get along fine. Of course, it would be best if we went home as soon as possible. Oop. We got choice places to go again. Can I can't actually save right now, so I'm going to have to pick something and then I think I'll wrap up the stream given the time. So, in the yard, these three. Exiting the lodging, these two. Living room, there's Yoichi. Yoichi. Right. And we'll resume from this point next time. So, thank you very much for coming. It's been fun. We've learned a bit about some of these people. I'm still not really sure who I think might be the traitor or anything. I guess we'll learn as we go. So, yeah. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked in the description box. The streaming schedule for this channel goes up both over there on social media and over here on YouTube in the posts tab of this channel. The next scheduled stream is Friday, 7 PM to finish up the current Twisted Wonderland event. So, hope to see you then, or another time. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and this is Kalla signing out. See ya! Bye bye!